Hi. I like to consider myself, I like to think of myself as a poet, and I suppose I am. I write poetry, so that makes me a poet, but there's another aspect of poetry that's called prose. I didn't look up the technical difference between prose and poetry, but what I think is that prose is like a poem that neither rhymes nor has a specific meter. It's just kind of like a little story that you tell, and you try to put a little flair to it to sort of dress it up a little bit, make it sound like a poem that doesn't rhyme. So I have two here, little excursions into the prose realm, and they're not very long, and so I thought I'd put them on the same video. So I'll read them for you. One is called Farewell. And this has a really cute little ending. You need to listen to it very carefully. It goes like this. Farewell. I try to push through the thing that holds me, the thing I wish would lift and let me go. I cannot yet tell if it is happiness or sorrow that summons me to the outer place, a place I dare not go on my own. Is that another one I see, trying to do as I try to do? Gain access to the outer place and slide and linger only for one brief moment. I am out and the light's blinding more than I could ever have imagined. I see another at my side and more behind me, doing what we do, fulfilling our destinies, living our brief lives in only the twinkling of an eye. Now I disappear. I have lived for the briefest of moments, but I have done my duty, performed superbly. Lived only for an instant, but have lived well. Until another time when I am needed to do only that which I alone can do. Farewell from me and farewell from my family. We teardrops. That's not cute. Teardrops. Alright, this other one is a little bit different from that. This one here, you need to put your spook hat on. I have no idea what prompted me to write this, but once in a while, as was in the case of pondering, I come up with one that's kind of weird. This is called The Wish, and this also has a little ending on it that you need to pay attention to the piece as it goes along, and then catch up on the ending particularly. And it's called The Wish. I looked into the eyes of a serpent. It's only a snake. Maybe so. Its eyes are yellow slits, barely big enough to see into it, but I look anyway. Inside is seething and bubbling like water boiling on a stove, but cold like ice, staring somewhere, I know not where. A thought presses itself into my head, a thought too terrible to accept, so I do not accept it. I know not what it was, why it appeared when it did, where it did, and what it meant to me or meant to anyone. A shiver went up my back, up my neck and into my brain. I wished I could go to sleep and wake up. It would be a dream and it would go away, and I would forget all of what I saw in the serpent's eyes, what I heard in its hiss, what I felt in its presence. Fear lay in the air like a dense fog, covered everything around and blotted out all thoughts and understanding. My mind was a dense totality, a oneness without understanding, a blank page from the life of one who is only imagined, only dreamt of, only conjured from dank thoughts of lifeless entities, slithering creatures of dark places, long scaly bodies floating in space and time, imagined in brains hot with agonies of time past and futures dreaded, present straining to pass on to tomorrow, onto unconsciousness, sleep-denied realities. Ah, realities. I wake to a voice. Wake up, honey. It's time to get ready for school. Okay, Mom, I'm awake. Thank God I'm still a child where wishes really do come true. Thank you very much. This is JC.